We have spirit all over the world. There's spirit again. We brought it back, and it's been less than 4 weeks.
You get to take a ride around in the Beast. What is that like?
You can't make this up. The irony is just so off the hook right now. So before I speak on the irony of him riding in a vehicle called the Beast, he is talking about a spirit that is going over the world, and we can see right here in this post about a month ago where he said there was a bright light over the USA and indeed the entire world. Now to the gullible, naive Christian, they will think that he is talking about Jesus Christ, the true light of the world, and they will also think that he's talking about the Holy Spirit that is going over the whole world. But in reality, he is just pandering to the Christian base, and he's actually speaking about his god Apollo. As we can see right here above my head, where there is a picture of Donald Trump in his New York apartment complex with a mural of Apollo crossing the heavens. And not to mention how he also has other Greek statues and then a picture or painting above my head right here of Apollo being led in his chariot by Aurora. And for those who do not know, Apollo is a Greek god, the son of Zeus, and he is known as the sun and the light god. Now this is also why we continue to see him talk about this golden age that he is ushering in.
I proudly proclaim that the golden age of America is upon us.
And this golden age idea goes back to Greek mythology, where it was an age of prosperity where the god Saturn ruled. But the golden age ended when Saturn, Kronos, was overthrown by Jupiter or Zeus, which then brought in the Silver Age. But according to Greek mythology and those in the mystery religions, they are expecting the second coming of Saturn to usher in the golden age, where then Apollo will come and rule and reign. And some people interpret Revelation 9:11, where we see Abaddon or Apollyon, depending on the Hebrew or the Greek, who comes out of the bottomless pit, who is the king of the bottomless pit, which there is speculation that this is either Apollo or Saturn. But whether he goes by the name Saturn or Apollo, he is the god of destruction. And this right here, where Trump is talking about a bright light over the USA, is, in my opinion, a demonic false light, as we see with 2 Corinthians 11:14, for Satan himself transforms himself into an angel of light. And as we know in Freemasonry, they like to talk about Lucifer, the light bearer, and I wonder if it's just a coincidence that Norman Vincent Peale right here, who taught Donald Trump to worship himself, just happened to be a 33-degree Freemason. Nothing to see here. Now the irony is not lost on those who have eyes to see and ears to hear that we have Mr. Abaddon, or should I say a bad Don, who rides in the Beast. And I tell you what, we can all have our own personal opinions, but he is really setting himself up to be a type of beast. For this is absolutely wild right here, where we have the Forerunner for the false prophet endorsing this post from the Beast of the Sea, or the Forerunner to the Beast of the Sea. Again, all speculation, where he says, "He who saves his country does not violate any law." Truly spoken like a man of lawlessness. And how is it that the majority of pastors are not calling this out right here? I mean, there is no way that I am the only one getting Revelation 13 vibes from these two guys. I mean, what in the world is this? Tell me this is not Revelation 13:12 vibes, where we see the false prophet, the beast from the land, exercising all the authority of the first beast in his presence. I mean, you can't make this up. I mean, again, this is all speculation, but at the very least, the typology is off the hook. I mean, we have a guy who is going out conquering and to conquer, who wants to bring peace to the Middle East and to implement the third temple, while also bringing to the forefront false religion, as we see right here, which, as we know, the first beast of the sea comes in with false religion, the seductress, the woman of Revelation 17, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast. Also in verse 7, and I will tell you the mystery of the woman, again, false religion, and of the beast that carries her. Now again, the irony is not lost on those who have eyes to see and ears to hear how he literally placed a woman heretical pastor as the head pastor over this faith office, which I will call the false religion office, Miss Paula White Cain. You can't make this up. So with the first beast who is conquering and to conquer with peace and also wants to bring in false religion, we also have this guy over here who literally wants to bring about Mark of the Beast technology. Not to mention how he wants to bring about artificial super intelligence, which will be the false prophet breathing life into the image of the beast. Again, that is in my own personal opinion. With that being said, what do I know? I'm just some random dude with an iPhone 14. But what does break my heart is the silence coming from the pulpit. It is deafening. I mean, how pastors are not warning their flock of what's coming is truly disheartening. I mean, at the very least, they need to be warning their flock of the technology that is coming down the road. I mean, guys, we are so close to the end. We are right at the door of the Great Tribulation. All the puzzle pieces are connecting. Everything is converging. And while this is all going on, we have pastors acting like everything is normal. And not just everything is normal, but they are cheering on the individuals who are bringing about the beast system. With this all, it makes me think of Lamentations 4:17 and 18. Now I get it, this is about Israel, but just listen to this. Still our eyes failed us, watching vainly for our help. In our watching, we watched for a nation that could not save us. They tracked our steps so that we could not walk in our streets. Our end was near, our days were over, for our end had come. Too many pastors and believers are blinded by their idolatry of the nation, of patriotism. Just as the golden calf was worshipped by the Israelites unto Yahweh, individuals right now are worshiping their country, their nation, patriotism, and Trump unto God, but it is an abomination to him. We are called out of this world. James 4:4. Adulterers and adulteresses. Don't you know that friendship with this world is enmity against God? 1 John 2:15. Do not love the world nor the things in this world, for the love of the Father is not found in this world. But yet you have believers who are all excited about this false religion ministry. The faith office. Here's my question. Faith in what? In my opinion, it is faith in a false religion where they are going to bring unity to a one world religion. Where later on we see that seductress, that woman of Revelation chapter 17, who is then devoured by the beast, where he then sets up his own worship. We're at the end, guys, and I don't know how some pastors who can understand how close we are to the end completely deceived, thinking that Trump is actually good and that he is actually here for you, when in reality he is the one ushering in with warp speed the beast system. He is the one, the forerunner, in my opinion, paving the way for the man of lawlessness to step on the stage with everything set in place. Or maybe Trump is the guy. Again, I still do not know, but at the very least, he is a typology and a foreshadowing, the forerunner of the one to come. In my opinion, it does not matter if he is the guy or the one paving the way for the guy. He is operating off of the Antichrist spirit, ushering in the end times where we have technology, the technocratic takeover with artificial intelligence coming to rule the world. So now with that being said, do not allow this information to cause fear and anxiety, because the Lord does not give us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Allow this information to cause excitement, that we can see the end, look up, and realize that our redemption draws near. Focusing upon the Lord as the author and the perfecter of your faith, loving others, walking in the Spirit, and abiding in the Lord. Really walk with Him, draw closer to Him, lean upon Him for all understanding and wisdom. Right now, I really feel like He is allowing all these pastors to be deceived, to then make us depend upon Him fully, because He is the true rabbi. He is the true teacher. And with that, we also need to see that the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, you need to speak out. You need to expose darkness and lies, and you need to be salt and light in this evil and wicked world, sharing the gospel and speaking truth, not succumbing to the sin of silence, walking in the authority of Christ He has given you, sealed for the day of redemption, understanding who you are in Jesus. With that, guys, I love you all so much. God bless. Remember, the just shall live by faith.